Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Pomazal and I'm an ambassador with the Community Checkup. Today will be the second video in my series on how to test your water for potential contaminants that can impact your health and what to do if you find that your water is contaminated. Last time we talked about different kinds of contaminants that you may find in your water, from microbes to metals to minerals and chemicals, and how they can impact your health. Some of the health risks from contaminated drinking water include increased cancer risk, gastrointestinal issues, kidney issues, and more. Hopefully now you have a good idea of the potential risks and the contaminants you may want to test for in your home. Today I'm going to talk about what you need to know before testing your drinking water, including when to get it tested, where to get it tested, and what you'll need in order to test your water. I want to start by talking about different types of water supplies from which you may be getting your water. The first and most common type of water supply is a municipal water supply. This means that your water comes from a water tower, you get a water bill each month, and that your water is managed by the city or a company with which your city or town work closely. With this kind of water supply, the water is tested for common contaminants regularly. If you're concerned about any contaminants, you can request a consumer confidence report from your water provider or test the water yourself. The other type of water supply is private well water. If your house uses a private well, you are responsible for ensuring that your water is safe to use. You should test regularly to ensure that your water is safe and to build a record of water quality. The CDC recommends testing once each year, or more often if you find there are issues with the contaminants. This brings me to my next point about when you should get your water tested. Like I said, if you are using private well water, you should test at least once per year. Regardless of your water supply, the EPA recommends testing your water on your own if you suspect there may be lead in your household plumbing materials or municipal water service lines. They also recommend testing if you notice scaly residues, stained plumbing fixtures or laundry, a cloudy or frothy appearance, pipe corrosion, salty taste, gasoline smell, or rapid deterioration of water treatment equipment. Also be sure to get your water tested if there is nearby intensive agriculture, mining operations, a landfill, factory, or dry cleaning operations. Now that you know when to get your water tested, it's important to know where to get it tested. The options here fall into two basic categories: county-level consultations and private laboratories. It's important that you consult your local health departments if you have any contaminants of concern. Local health departments often have a list of state-accredited labs in your area that can test for a variety of contaminants. The other option for getting your water tested is going through a private lab. You can purchase water testing kits through a specific laboratory's website or buy a self-testing kit on a site like Amazon. Testing kits range in price generally between $60 to $100 depending on what contaminants are being tested. For this reason, it's important to know what contaminants you're looking for so you can avoid unnecessary costs. If you are sending a water sample to a lab, it can take between 3 business days to 2 weeks to receive your results depending on the lab. The kit you order will likely come with sampling containers and instructions on how to sample your water. It is important that you are ready to send your water sample to the lab as soon as you collect it, because a sample can only be stored for about 30 hours without impacting results. The final topic I'm going to cover today is what materials you will need to collect a water sample. Like I said before, if you order a specific testing kit, you will likely receive sampling bottles and instructions on how to sample your water. If you buy a home testing kit, you may be able to see results immediately depending on the specific kit and the company that you buy from. If you're using a lab without specific testing kits, which may be the case if you go through your local health department, what you use to collect your water samples may be a bit different. For a bacteria test, you will need a sterile container, which will likely be provided by a lab, but they are also available for purchase on the web or sometimes at a local drugstore. Be sure to check with the lab for specific instructions. If you're testing your water for minerals or chemicals, you'll need a clean plastic or glass container to send to the lab. Overall, be sure to check with your local health department to determine what the best option is for testing your water, as they will be able to work with you closely to make sure that your water is safe. In this video, we talked about different kinds of water supplies, when to get your water tested, where to get your water tested, and all the materials you will need. Hopefully now you're more familiar with your options for testing your water and are ready to ensure that you keep yourself, your family, and your community safe from potential contaminants in your drinking water. I've linked my sources for this video in the description down below if you're interested in learning more. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how to take a water sample and how to understand the results of your water test. Be sure to subscribe to the Community Checkups channel so you don't miss it. Thank you to the Community Checkup for giving me this platform, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.